Hello everybody, my name is Nathan ELEMENTofFROST, and I'm back here again to bring you guys the season premiere of my prediction series. This time we're doing it on The Walking Dead Season 5. That's right guys, The Walking Dead Season 5 comes back in literally 3 days. That's right, this Sunday, October the 12th, it comes back. Right now it's October the 9th. As you guys know, or may not know, I guess I might as well explain it to you. I do this prediction series here on my channel every Thursday before each episode of The Walking Dead comes on. And then the Monday after the episode airs, I also do the review series as well. So, you know, that means The Walking Dead is going to be this Sunday, and the Monday right after, which is going to be October the 13th, I am going to be doing my weekly review series for that episode as well. But anyways, this prediction series, like I said, takes place every Thursday before the episode airs. So definitely tune back on my channel every Thursday and every Monday if you guys want to see my predictions for the next episode, and if you guys want to see my review for that episode that just aired. Check back on those days after the episode obviously airs. Now, anyways, to get things started here today, we're going to go through and just kind of review the title and review the synopsis for the episode that has been released. So, this is Season 5 of The Walking Dead, Episode 1, the season premiere, and this one's entitled No Sanctuary. Okay, so right off by hand, we can obviously tell No Sanctuary is obviously leading to the fact that Terminus had this false hope of there being, actual sanctuary there, and that's clearly not the case. Seeing as though they are cannibals and they threw, Rick and the group into this train car, and they're most likely planning to eat them. So anyways, no sanctuary, that just basically means, it's false hope. There's absolutely no sanctuary there at all. All there is danger. So that's basically what the title means. There's not really a more in-depth explanation than that. It's pretty basic. At least that's what I think. Obviously, we might find out something else in the episode, but I don't really imagine how else it can be really explained. I guess. So, anyways, the synopsis of the episode, which is actually kind of like I guess the preview or the description. It's like a 1 or 2 liner each episode. Anyways, this one. It says we learn about the true motives of the Terminans, that's what they call them, as Rick and the group find themselves in a vulnerable situation. Will they be able to work together? Sorry, I just butchered that. It's really early in the morning, folks. But anyways, that's the synopsis for the episode. So that basically means, we find the true motives of the Terminians, which I'm guessing, that means... Their motives, honestly, is probably just to eat people to survive, which we kind of already know that, but it's never actually been, 100% confirmed and, said outright. So that's probably what Gareth is going to explain to them as they have them tied up in that warehouse that we've seen in the trailer and, various sneak peeks and just little videos. We've seen them obviously tied up. And, bound and gagged, and they were all sitting in a line. And Gareth was basically saying, you gotta understand, we didn't want to hurt you, it was nothing personal, stuff like that. So that's basically what that probably means. We find the true motives, obviously, the motives being, we have to eat to survive, and, they're obviously running out of food, somewhat, right? So that's probably what they mean by true motives. That's what I'm guessing. Although it is a prediction series, guys, so it's not 100% confirmed. But that's definitely my predictions right there. I put my money on that. So now, as Rick and the group find themselves in a vulnerable situation. Again, that vulnerable situation being, they don't have weapons to defend themselves. They're kind of just, all lined up, bound and gagged. I'm guessing that's what it means, because, they're in a vulnerable situation. They don't really have anything to defend themselves and stuff like that. So... I say that's pretty vulnerable. And will they be able to work together? Now, this is where kind of the theories spill in. There's going to be a very large horde of zombies coming through Terminus. Now, whether or not they're going to be led there by Carol and Tyrese, I think they are. But at the same time... I don't think they're going to be doing it on purpose, because Carol and Tyrese, they really have no way of knowing that Rick and the group has been captured by Terminus. You know, they obviously haven't been in contact with them, or you know, anything like that. They have no way really of knowing that Rick and the group have been captured, and you know, that Terminus is kind of a bad place. Now, what I do think, we've seen a couple sneak peeks where Carol and Tyrese, and obviously the baby Judith, have been kind of stuck in a situation in the woods, and you know, there's like a horde of zombies coming to them, and you know, they're trying to stay very, very quiet to kind of still try to make their way through the woods, I'm guessing, to Terminus. And I think accidentally, you know, Carol and Tyrese are actually going to lead them to Terminus, and you know, it's going to be probably one of the luckiest things that has ever happened in The Walking Dead. You know, accidentally lead a horde that leads to Rick and the group's escape, you know, meeting back up with Carol, and everything like that is, I think it's just going to come together, you know what I mean? So that's what I think there. And will they be able to work together? I'm basically guessing that, you know, the Terminians will probably have to, I don't know, I don't want to say, like, you know, give Rick weapons and, you know, stuff like that, and actually defend off Terminus from the horde of walkers. You know, because even if they are dangerous, they all have to realize that the walkers are more dangerous as well. As the people, I mean, of course, if a horde's coming through, you know, you're gonna need the numbers and people, not just, you know, tie up some people that could be very, very useful. Like I said, I don't know if that's what's going to happen. You know, I honestly don't see Gareth, you know, giving Rick and everybody a weapon. But, you know, if they do, I mean, I guess I wouldn't really be surprised. I'm not gonna throw that out because that's a pretty bold prediction. But I wouldn't be really surprised because, I mean, even the Terminians, you know, which don't actually seem like really bad people, you know what I mean? They really just seem like people that are desperate to feed their own people, I guess, in all honesty. It's kind of a drastic way to feed their people, but, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. You know, it's a new world. You can't just go out to the grocery store anymore. And, you know, if it's getting risky to go on runs and stuff like that, well then, you know, like I said, you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't really see them being, you know, this horrible group like, you know, Negan and Sanctuary and stuff like that. I don't really see that happening. Because I don't really find them, you know, that, I don't really find them that much of a threat, I guess. In all honesty, that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that's that. You know what I mean? So I do think that's going to be happening. The horde's going to come through. They might work together. They might not. You know, Rick might just find himself a gun anyway, and you know, kind of use that to his advantage to get the hell out of there. That's definitely going to happen, you know, because they're definitely going to get out in the first episode. Now, whether or not they all get out, well, I guess that remains to be seen, because in some of the trailers, we've heard Sasha talking about, you know, 3 of their people are gone, and, you know, stuff like that. Where are our people? Blah, 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 blah. You know, they can't find some people, and like I said, Sasha goes on about there being specifically 3 people that are not there with them. So, you know, whether or not, you know, they get out all in total, I do believe, you know, a majority of the group is going to get out, and while they're getting out, you know, 3 of them are probably going to get nabbed or something. And, you know, some crazy shit's going to happen. Now, I don't know who is going to get nabbed. I'm going out on the limb and saying Daryl is going to be one of them. I don't really know for sure. It's just we haven't really seen him in a lot of, you know, the previews after they get out of Terminus. We've seen him in a couple, but I'm guessing that's probably after they go rescue him, because we haven't seen him in, you know, the previews that really take place right after they get out. Presumably right after they get out, of course. So yeah, I'm putting my prediction out there that one of them that will be nabbed, that will be captured, will be Daryl. So, you know, I don't really see him getting killed off or anything like that. I just don't, you know, I just don't see that happening anytime soon, really. You know, maybe future seasons I can actually, you know, probably see that happening, because in all honesty, you know, I love Daryl a lot. He's a really cool character and everything like that, but I don't want him around forever, because that would just give him, that would give them uh, safety, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I don't want any character on The Walking Dead to be safe other than, Rick and Carl, obviously, because they're all The Walking Dead. I mean, I guess without them, I guess the show would survive, but it it sure as hell would not do as well. So yeah, that's that. I think they are going to get out of Terminus in the first episode. Uh, Other than that, I think they will start to branch out the episode, probably halfway through or near the very end, and then kind of continue into the next episode. But I will think, I do think there is going to be like a time jump sometime during the episode. They get out of Terminus. Rick goes back to find his guns. He notices that 3 of the people have been, taken, stuff like that. And I'm guessing they go to this church. Whether or not that happens before or after the time jump, I guess that really remains to be seen. But I do think there's going to be a time jump, because every season in The Walking Dead there has been a time jump, because they haven't shown a winter yet, guys. They have not shown snow in The Walking Dead. I don't really see that happening, because, they haven't really filmed inside of, winter months, I guess. They haven't really done that. They always start filming in like May and stuff like that. And that's when I think they're going to get out, and then they're going to have to do a time jump somewhere during the episode, or like I said, at the end of the episode, and continue it into the next episode with the time jump and stuff like that. But I do think they're going to get out of Terminus. Rick's going to focus everything on getting Daryl, presumably Daryl, that's what my prediction is, getting the people that have been captured by the Terminans. He's going to focus all that energy and everything else he's got. He went back to get that bag of guns. He's basically saying to the entire group, if you see these people, kill them. Do not hesitate. And then he's like, they won't. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, I think he's going to go back in somehow. I don't think the place is actually going to be standing any longer. I think it's going to be pretty overrun, so they might actually take the captives somewhere else. And that leads me to my next prediction. They might actually take the captives to the church of Father Gabriel. Right, I was trying to think of that name. They might actually take them there, because in the comic book, they did kind of have this sort of relationship with Father Gabriel, the hunters did. Of trying to, kind of capture people, use him kind of as a lure bait. But that's that. Whether or not they go back into Terminus and get the groups, and get the missing people there, or, they follow them somewhere. Nonetheless, I think they're obviously going to get their people back. Maybe 1 or 2 might not survive, but Daryl's definitely going to survive if he is one of the captors. I can see another one of the captives being Tara. Because, we haven't really seen her in many of the episodes. I mean, like the predictions and... Not episodes. Not the predictions either. The... What do you call it? Previews, right? I don't know why I couldn't think of previews. We haven't really seen her in a lot of the previews either. And we've seen her a little bit in the trailer, but that's mostly been in Terminus. And, stuff like that. And outside of Terminus, but... a little ways down the road, probably during that time jump. So yeah, that's honestly basically it. I do believe there's going to be a time jump, like I said, somewhere during the episode after they get their people back. Maybe they kill... I don't think they're going to kill Gareth. Okay, I just, obviously if they found him, they would probably kill him. But I don't think they're going to get their hands on Gareth. I think Gareth is going to survive somehow, and, he's been registered as a season regular, so I don't know why... they'd really put him as a series regular if he was just going to die in the first episode. I think that would be kind of stupid. But nonetheless, I think that's going to happen. We're going to see him kind of maybe through the first half of the episode, maybe kind of tracking down Rick, stuff like that, kind of still fucking with them and everything like that. But I do think there is going to be a time jump, and that time jump's going to occur with Gareth as well. Maybe he'll... grow a beard during that time jump or something. Maybe he'll kind of change his appearance. Something of that sort to kind of, maybe not let the group know it's quite him. You know what I mean? Like, he might change his appearance somewhat and, you know, quote, run into them or something. I mean, honestly, they'd probably recognize him in all honesty, but that's just my predictions, you know what I mean? So that's basically it. I do think Gareth is going to survive and kind of, you know, follow them around, fuck with them, you know, try to take some more people captive, you know, maybe get revenge on them for taking down his camp of Terminus. Because, you know, it's going to happen, you know what I mean? Like, the starting of the episode, it looks pretty dark. Uh, you know, Rick falling out of the train cars, seeing the guy with a chainsaw cutting up another person, and just, you know, them getting tied up, and, you know, Gareth kind of talking to them, you know, saying that it's not really personal and stuff like that. But nonetheless, they are going to get a Terminus in the first episode, and they're going to reunite with Carol and Tyrese. In my opinion, that's what I do believe. And, you know, I think they're going to focus the majority of the ending of the episode, because I do think they're going to get a Terminus. So within the first 10 minutes of the episode, I can actually see that happening, you know. Within the first 10 minutes, they're going to be in that battle where Rick has a gun and everybody else has a gun too, you know, shooting the walkers off them and everything like that. And they're also going to use those walkers kind of, you know, as a safety net to kind of get out of there. You know what I mean? They're going to use those walkers as a distraction. So the Terminians maybe, you know, won't notice them leave or anything like that. But whether or not they do work together, the Terminians and Rick and the group, you know, who knows? Who knows if they're going to work together to fight off the zombies, or, you know, Rick could get free, you know, kind of grab a gun anyways, you know, kill one of the Terminians, get his gun, and, you know, kind of help out with the zombies, but at the same time, you know, kind of just get the fuck out of there, if you guys know what I mean. So I do think there's going to be captors. Not captors, captives. And I do think Rick is going to go back for those guns that he buried in the woods outside of Terminus, outside the fence. He's going to go back for them. He's going to reunite with Carol and Tyrese, and he's probably going to see his child somewhere in there as well. I don't believe right off the bat, but I do believe Carol's going to be there, but I think Tyrese is kind of going to stay back with the baby, kind of just to keep, you know, her safe and stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this week's episode prediction video for The Walking Dead Season 5. This has been Episode 1, No Sanctuary. The episode premieres this Sunday, guys, only on AMC at like 10, I think? It's like 9 Central or something like that. 9, 8 Central. Anyways, I don't know how you guys, you know, get your times, but my time, I go by Atlantic time, so it's going to be like 10 o'clock my time. But anyways, 9, 8 Central, AMC this Sunday, October the 12th. Definitely tune in, and then tune in back to my channel on October the 13th as well to see my weekly review for Season 5, Episode 1, No Sanctuary. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, feel free to hit the video up the like. Share it around with your friends. Tell me in the comment section below what else you guys want to see here on my channel. I'll definitely bring it to you. You know, if you guys want to see some other Walking Dead videos of what I kind of think of, you know, maybe a specific part of the episode or something like that, definitely leave that in the comment section below. And I guess I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Alright guys, later. Bye.